Scratchy friends, this is Jessica Lewis with Scrap Sprinkle Crop. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and after a really long time from being able to record videos, I'm finally coming back to you just in time for showcasing a stamp set that is called Little Monkeys. I have it right here with me, Little Monkey. This is the stamp set, and I'll get to showcase that. I was inspired by TGIF challenges this week. Actually, it was a last week challenge, but the challenge was a color challenge using Berry Burst, Petal Pink. I believe that's correct. Let me look at my marker here. Yep, Petal Pink, and then black. And so I thought that was a really fun color combo. I don't really think I would have combined that with the Little Monkeys, but I figured let's do something different and fun. And so that's what I came up with. So let me switch my screen over and show you what I got. Okay, here we are. Let me adjust my camera a little bit and turn on my light. If I can find the button. Here we go. Okay, sorry for the wobbly. Man, after taking a lot of time off doing videos, you really do get out of the normality of it and have to retrain yourself on how to do videos. Okay, so in front of me I have the annual catalog by Stampin' Up! And this just came out this month, May 2023. And it'll be good through April 2024, okay? And the stamp set that I'm showcasing is Little Monkey. Here is my featured card right here. It's a Slimline card. I guess I should zoom out this way. And you can see that I created a barrel of monkeys, and I'll go through step by step on how I created this. Here's the inside of the card, very simple, just brought in a little monkey eating his banana. I thought this would be a fun card to make for, you can make it for a kid, but my purpose was for mom of multiple kids. I know I have 2 little monkeys, so we all us moms, and we all have our little monkeys. So I thought it was a fun card. Let me set that aside for now. But here it is. Here's the stamp set. It does come with a coordinating page 52. You get a 10% discount for buying the entire bundle for the stamp set and the punch. And so you can take a look at that on page 52. I'll go ahead and get started. All right, so here's the card again, and I'm going to pull out my card base. And this is my Berry Burst card base that measures 3.5 by 8.5. 3.5 this way, 3.5 this way, 8.5, sorry. Okay, so this is my card base. I got that. Now I have 2 pieces. I got 2 pieces of basic white. You're going to cut those to 3 3/8 by 8 3/8. One is for the inside, one is for the front. Okay, so I took the liberty of using the embossing folder to go ahead and emboss this. Let's see if you can see that. That is using the Fern 3D embossing folder. I did have to run it through my machine twice, my embossing machine twice, so you can get that in the whole length embossed. Here's the actual embossing folder, Fern 3D embossing folder. Okay, so I have that. That one is ready to set on my card front. And what I'm going to do is, because it's embossed, I like to use glue dots to adhere the backside of my embossing folder. That way I won't flatten out. If I use tape adhesive, I'd be flattening those areas that have adhesive on them or embossing on them. I hope I'm making sense. So I'm just going to put it on all 4 corners. I am just now lucky that I am out of glue dots. Go ahead and stick that down straight as possible, leaving a little, about an 1/8 inch edge all around the card base. Okay, stick that down. Let me scoot this mat up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so now that we have that ready to go, we're going to need to assemble, first we're going to assemble our barrel. So if you recognize this, this is not your typical, this is not, what's the word I'm looking for? First of all, I created this using the full basket dies. You see here are my full basket dies. These are retired from the previous catalog, 2022-2023 annual catalog. And I used these 3 dies right here to be able to create my barrel. And it's these 3 pieces. You're going to use your gray granite cardstock, run it twice through your cut and emboss machine so you can have 2 sets of cutouts to create your barrel. Now, a little tip that I did to create this barrel is they're actually layered on top of one another, so you have your solid background and then you layer this on top, and then you're going to cut two sets out of that. A tip that I recommend when you put this basket together, I'm going to place a little bit of adhesive, liquid adhesive, Tombow glue, on the back of this piece, the embossed piece, and set it on top of the solid piece. And if you notice the edges are a little bit rough on both sides, I'm going to take my scissors and trim that down around the edge to go ahead and straighten everything up. I did that on the 3 sides here. That gives it a barrel look. Okay, so it's really simple. So you do 2 of these. One is going to be here, and the other one's going to be turned around upside down and layered on top. And so once you have this put together, oh, I forgot to mention, whenever you put these pieces down, you're going to do the bottom one, the middle one, like so. Let's see, this way. You're going to adhere that down, and then this piece is going to be one piece, your piece in the middle. And what I did is I took my scissors and I also rounded the 2 edges and just kind of rounded those edges so they won't one won't be longer than the other. So it's very, very subtle. That's kind of hard to see, but I do have that, and that's going to be layered in between here, your joint, so to speak, for your 2 barrels. Okay, hope that makes sense. It's very simple. It's easier for me to show you than to explain it. But now that we have our barrel assembled, this one can go ahead and get glued down, and I'll do that with a little bit of liquid adhesive right here, and place that barrel down at the bottom of the card. Okay, and now we got a bunch of monkeys that we need to cut out. Fortunately, we do have one punch, and this punch right here is the one that you'll use for one of the images. It's for this monkey right here. However, we will have to do quite a bit of fussy cutting to cut out this monkey, this monkey, this monkey, and the bananas, and also this. I figured we're better off with a die set for this one, but that wasn't my decision. let me go ahead and show you how to color the little monkey and the branch. So I'm going to bring in my Memento black ink, and I have here this is the hanging monkey, the one that is hanging from the tree. And I'm going to ink him up, or her up, ink it up like so, and stamp it. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I need to ink it up and show you that I'm going to remove. I'm going to use my blender pen, and I'm going to take the face that the monkey has, and I'm just going to remove that with my blender pen. Kind of wipe that down on your grid paper or your scratch paper that you have. Just carefully remove that black ink that you have. Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm going to stamp my monkey, but it's going to have a blank face. That way I can use the face that's in the stamp set, ink that up, and be able to stamp that face on the monkey. That way it won't, it's just a different face. The other one I assume would be like a female with the little eyelashes, and this would be a male monkey. So we'll go ahead and color him in. I'll bring in my blends, and I'm running out of space, so I'm going to move a few things out of the way here. Okay. So these monkeys, the way I color them with the blends is I have my Berry Burst blends, and I'm going to start off with the dark tip, the dark bullet tip, and I'm going to color a part of his legs. I'm just going to go about halfway. Same thing with his tail. And then I'm going to go around his belly, just on the outline of the belly, the top of the head, this direction, like this. Okay. Then I'm going to outline his head. Ooh, I'm shaking. I'm not very stable today. I'm going to outline his head. I'm going to go about halfway down his arms. Okay. I'm going to set that light aside and the dark aside, and I'm going to do the light now. And with the light, I'm going to just kind of pull that dark towards the white, as you see here. I'm going to leave a tiny bit of white. Let me see if you can see that. There you go. I left a tiny bit of white. And I'm going to do the same thing everywhere I can here. I like to color in a circular motion to pull that ink where I can't, if I have the room to do that. Like here on the bottom, I don't have much room to do that, but I'll do the circular motion here on the top of his head and then finish off that little bit there. And then I'll come back and color the white spots that I left behind. It just gives it a good transition from light to dark. And then on his belly, I'm just going to go in circular motion around the edge, like this. Go over it a couple of times, and then I'll just color the rest in. And that'll leave this little monkey with a light area here in the middle of his belly. Okay, now let's go over to the pink, the petal pink. I'm going to start with the light bullet tip, and I'm just going to color in his ears and his face. Like that. And just with the dark bullet tip, I'm going to color in his ears, make them a little darker. and then put a little tiny circle around his cheeks, just to make him blush a little bit. Okay, so sadly, we don't have a die or a punch for this one. We're gonna have to cut him out. Luckily for you, I went ahead and already did that. I noticed my marker is not capped correctly. So I went ahead and did that. Now I have this little monkey, these little monkeys, and, well, guess what? I'm missing the other monkey. I am gonna have to cut this guy out. I thought I had him cut out already. Okay, now you get to experience how I fussy cut. Okay, so I usually take my sharp scissors and use my hand, my left hand, to rotate the paper while I cut with my right hand. And usually I try not to move around too much. I try to go slow, and I like to cut the white parts as close as possible. It does take a little time and a little practice if you don't fussy cut a whole lot. So I am getting really close to being done, and we'll finish this off like this. Almost there, leaving a little bit of white around the edges, and it'll take just a little bit of effort. And there you go, there's your little monkey that I had to fussy cut and show you. Okay, so we got 4 little monkeys, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out these branches, and these branches, I did have to cut them out. I colored them. The video doesn't show the colors very well, but the branch itself is using gray granite. I use my blends for gray granite, and then I use the petal pink for the leaves, just to kind of bring in the same colors for the whole color combination. Put a little bit of liquid adhesive on there, and I'm going to take this and place this branch right here and adhere it. And actually, what I did is I took this other branch and I trimmed it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that. It's not the full, I'm just going to trim a piece of that. And go ahead and adhere it right here. Like that. There you go. That looks good. Okay, so now we got our branches, and then we're going to take the little lady monkey, we're going to hang her. I'm going to use, I ran out of glue dots. Okay, I have my glue dots, and what did I say? The little monkey, I trimmed her tail just a slight bit to be able to tuck it into the back of the branch. So you see how I did that? I tucked it in right behind the branch, so it actually looks like she's hanging. Okay, now I'm gonna take a glue dot to keep her down right here and keep her down right there. And then I'm going to take this little monkey. This is the one that has the coordinating punch. And I'm going to take him and adhere his right leg and tuck it behind this barrel if I have space. Let me see, I might be able to get my take your pick tool and see if I can go under that a little bit. Shouldn't have glued it there. Okay, let's tuck his leg under there. It's not working too well. All right, there we go. Okay, tuck his leg, and then take a dimensional and put one right behind his head. Oh, I did it way too close. Oh, Jessica. I am so out of practice making videos. Okay. There we go. Let's tuck this little guy's leg in there, kind of like he's hanging off. Oh boy. Okay. And then make sure his ear doesn't stick out too much. I think that's okay. And then this little guy, he's gonna be like he's hanging from the other, being held by the other monkey. I'm gonna take another dimensional behind the head of this one. And the monkey is gonna be hanging right here. And then this little guy is gonna be right here. Okay. You know, in my other card, I went a little bit different and I colored the edges of his hands and feet and tail with the gray granite blends to make him look a little bit different. You can do that, but I didn't do that for this card. I just kind of colored him the same color. And then we have our last little monkey. I'm going to put him on a couple of dimensionals. And set him behind this barrel, or this piece, tuck him under behind this piece of barrel. Use my tool just to kind of have the ability to do that. There you go. Look at that. Look at all my crazy monkeys. Okay, now the bananas. So the stamp set has the full banana image right here. You see the full banana image. So what I did is I stamped 2 of these and then just cut off the flesh of the banana just to leave the banana peel. And that way it looks like we have a bunch of crazy monkeys that are leaving, just causing trouble everywhere. I'm going to place this guy right here. And then I have another one that I cut out. I colored these, by the way, in the new color, which is Lemon Lolly. I used my Stampin' Blends for that. I'm just going to set that down there. So I got 2 banana peels, and I cut out 3 bananas. I colored those in Lemon Lolly, and your punch does have the banana image right here, so you can punch those out, thankfully. So I'll set these bananas. I'm gonna put some adhesive here. I'm gonna put 2 bananas down here with my adhesive. I'll use my take a pick tool, pick that up easier. Like they're sitting on top of one another. And then this little guy is going to be holding this banana upside down. I'll just put a little glue dot back there and adhere this on top of his hand, like he's holding the banana. Oh my gosh, this came together. It's so cute. I really enjoyed this card. It's so much fun. Okay, now I embossed little monkey saying or phrase, that one, the little monkey. I embossed that on black using white, and I did that 4 times, and I cut out the little piece, there's little, and I'm missing one more. Where did it go? Oh my. It's here somewhere. Okay, we're just gonna go with what we got. So little, I did it 3 times, so just a little bit of liquid adhesive on the back here on these pieces. Okay, and it would be easy if I can use some tweezers to pick that up, I got some tweezers right here. It's just easier to grab it. I'm going to set one right here for this little monkey. And then this one is for the other little monkey. Just place it right there. Is it straight? I think it looks straight. And then this one, see if I can pick that up, and I'm going to set it right here, just right here next to this barrel, like that. I had one more little and I put it right here, but I can't find it. So here's the card that I originally created. I put the little right there. So that is all for the front of the card. I hope that made sense and I wasn't too rushed on making it. But let's finish off the inside of the card real quick. It's really simple and basic. Okay, so I have to explain what's happening here. I only had 2 sheets of Berry Burst, and so I had to tape a few things together to be able to create this Slimline card, so forgive me. Don't do that for your card. I'm just in a hurry, and this is all the paper that I have, so it's pretty bad. Okay, let me close that up. But you can't tell the front, right? You can't tell that I had to tape 2 pieces of cardstock that I cut together. Okay, before I adhere that, let's go ahead and stamp this. I have my branch image here, and I'll just show you real quick how I adhered it, or how I colored it, actually. Whenever I do the inside of the card, I don't like to put more bulk in it because it just makes it harder to stamp this right here. Okay, and close that up. And I'm going to show you how to color that right quick. I have my light gray granite and my dark gray granite. I'm going to start off with my dark, and I'm just going to highlight the bottom of this branch. See that? Just the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to come back with my light and color the top part. Make sure that's blended in real good. Okay, and that'll give you a good transition from the dark to the light. Just add it a little bit to blend it in a little bit better. And then I'm going to take my light petal pink and color in these leaves. Very simple. I hope you enjoy coloring with blends as much as I do. I'm going to take my dark, and you just color the center of those leaves, just to give it a little bit of a little depth. It's hard to see it on the video, but I can see it in person. There you go. Okay, last but not least, you're going to cut out another little monkey and another banana. This one is the full image. This is the full image. And so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to adhere him with a little bit of liquid adhesive and place her down right here. This one didn't get tucked under, but she's hanging from the tree. Probably pull her down a little bit. Okay. And then you gotta hold the banana, so I'll just put a dot here of glue and place the banana towards her mouth, like that. And it'll look like she's eating her banana. Okay, and then you have the rest of it for another sentiment or whatever you want to write in there. So all we have to do is put a little bit of adhesive, some Stampin' Seal adhesive, open this card up, and again, ignore the tape that I that I have on here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to clean that up a little bit. Okay. Okay, there you have it. So there's your inside, and here's your in outside, inside. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed these cute little monkeys. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, or you can visit my blog, scrapsprinklecrop.blogspot.com. I have a post on there for these little monkeys and supplies as well. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye-bye.